Hello guys, welcome back to EchoCraft. Today I am going to do just a little bit of a review of what I think about the canvas so far. I can honestly say that I have been enjoying this a whole lot more than what I thought I would. The amount of ABs in here are just ridiculous, and I am not complaining about that at all. You would see me start on the Stingray soon, and you'll be able to see that it's going to be nothing but ABs, and I am super excited about that. I was really afraid that all of the ABs were going to be on the bottom portion of the diamond painting, but after looking over it, I think the Stingray is going to be nothing in ABs, as the same with the jellyfish might be in nothing but ABs. One of the things that I am absolutely loving about this canvas so far is how colorful it is. It is so colorful. It is so crazy. And I am a girl that absolutely loves color. I have discussed that enough. The only thing that is making me just a tad bit sad is I really wish that this had a little bit more shading in some areas. Like the first coral reef, the yellow one, I love how it is shaded. And the pink one that is hiding the crab, I like how it is shaded as well. But everything else, I kind of wish there was a little bit more shading in those areas. If you guys noticed in the last video, there is a lobster that is supposed to be just solid red. And I decided to include some darker reds to give it a little bit more shade. The same thing with what I am assuming is supposed to be seaweed. It was originally going to be nothing but green and just yellow ABs. And I decided to add some various light green ABs to act as shading. I'm not for sure if that actually conveys that it's supposed to be shading. I might end up picking those off and redoing that. But as of right now, it doesn't really bother me. The Stingray looks like it's supposed to have some shading, but after looking at it closer, it is also nothing but ABs. And I'm afraid that the Stingray is going to be a little flat. So I have decided to also include some dark pink ABs in the Stingray to help give it a little bit more dimension. I know to some they can care less about that, but to me, I like details. So far, I am in love with how this is turning out, and I love the colors and I love everything about it. I did add some black diamonds to the creature's eyes because I felt like they needed them. And adding black diamonds to the eyes I thought were a nice touch, and it kind of makes everything look a little more cohesive. And if I didn't add the black eyes to the fish, I still think I would have loved the canvas just as much as I do now. The colors are insane, and it is super bright. However, that will change because in the next couple of diamond arts that I will be doing for this series, I'm pretty sure it's going to get a little darker. So all of these bright colors that you guys have been seeing, they're not going to be as bright as they were. I still believe that this is going to be absolutely stunning. I cannot wait to see it completely done. Even though I truly absolutely love this diamond art, I will say I am very annoyed with the spacing. I do think it has just a tad bit too much gaps in between. I think I could have fit a couple of more diamonds in the midst of other cluster of diamonds. I am planning on adding more diamonds to those areas, but I am not going to do that until I know for sure that I will not be needing any more of those diamonds. So whatever diamonds I have left over, I am planning on finding a space for them in this canvas to help fill it in and to help make it look a little bit more full. I really thought this was going to be extremely hard because the gems seems like they were random, but actually no, it wasn't really all that hard. However, that is one of the things that I do not like about it, since there are so much spacing and gapping in between all of the diamonds, and so much of the glue in the canvas is exposed, and I'm afraid that it's not going to dry up per se, and anything and everything is just going to attach itself. That is one of my fears. And this is one of those that I probably would want to try to seal, because if I don't seal it, I am sure everything on the face of this earth is going to find its way to creep into this canvas. And I like it enough that I do not want that to happen. There are some areas that I think could have used a little bit more diamonds, and I am planning on adding on those diamonds to those areas if it don't dry out beforehand. I don't want to keep using lots of drills and then suddenly I don't have enough drills. When I was adding dark red drills into my crab, the crab was originally supposed to be a flat color. It was supposed to be drill number 11. And I really did wanted to add some darker shades to give it a little bit more dimension. So I decided to add drill number 12, which was a slightly darker red. However, I had to stop myself because I was afraid that I wouldn't have enough drills of this shade for any other sections that may require this particular drill color. If you have not done this canvas, I do suggest it. I will say another downfall. Once you place a diamond on there, you better make sure that is where you want it to be, because if you misplace it and you try to move it to the area that you want, it will slide its way back to where you originally had it. So you got to work with it in order to put it where you want it. From where the glue is so loose and the diamonds have so much room to breathe, I'm noticing that the diamond shifts so easily. For an example, my husband, he likes to place his heavy lunch bag onto my diamond art when he comes home from work. And the day after, when the lunch bag has been removed, I go to work on it and I notice that the diamonds have been shifted. So I have to work with those diamonds to put them back where I had them. I will admit that is very annoying, and I don't know how to actually stop that other than to tell my husband not to place his heavy lunch bag on my diamond art. That is the only solution I can think of. I do have a second one that I am planning on doing a custom piece to, but I'm beginning to think maybe I shouldn't do a custom piece to it and just hold on to it, because I can see this being an iconic piece for AB lovers. And if something happens and this is discontinued or something, I am sure that any diamond artist that are completely over the heels with ABs, this might be the kit that they would love to do. And if it does happen and this piece is no longer available, then I do have an extra one that no diamonds have been extracted from it yet. I would be happy to either sell or give away. I have not had any problems with ABs. Majority of the ABs have been consistent. None of them has had any serious AB coating coming off of them. There has been some of them that the AB coating is just a tad bit dull, and that is mostly the yellow ABs. I don't really mind that in a way, because I did use the ones that had a lighter shade as highlights. If you see that the yellow ABs are different various of shades, that is why. They are the only ABs that I have been having just a little bit of issues with. But other than that, I haven't had any major issues with this diamond painting. I am curious, have any of you guys worked on this particular diamond art? And if so, what did you think of it? I cannot wait to do more of the stingray and start a little bit on the jellyfish, so I can see where the ABs are going to go in the jellyfish. I can tell that the jellyfish is going to have some ABs, mostly on the very top of the jellyfish. I just don't know where they're going to be at in the tentacles, because the tentacles look like they're not going to be fully ABs, so that's going to be interesting for me. Another thing that's going to be interesting to me, when I go to start on a new section, I'll be working on new colors that I have not worked on yet in this diamond painting. A part of me kind of wish I did started on the top of the diamond painting and worked my way down, because I absolutely love how the bottom looks. And that is just because I really love bright colors. I can guarantee you that I am going to love the moody colors too as we work upwards. Another thing which doesn't really bother me, I know it bothers a lot of other diamond painters, there has been several of what we call trash pieces in the bag along with the diamonds, and I do find myself trying to sort them out and throwing away some of the trash pieces. I have had lots of little bitty eensy-weensy trash pieces mixed in with my diamonds. I don't know if that's just my kit, or maybe that is something that if you do decide to do this diamond art, be prepared for. Not only have there been trash pieces, but I've also had a couple of drills that have been broken. Whether if they have been broken in halves or just seem to be chipped, I don't want to use them because I'm afraid that it will affect the sparkle once the diamond art is done. And also, trying to figure out how to section off this diamond painting was not easy. From where there were no grids or anything like that, it's all free-formed. If I try to make a straight line, I may end up going over half of the guide circle, and I don't want to do that because I'm afraid that it would dry out beforehand. So I just have to work with the guide circles and make some little waves as I go, which is why my sections are a little curvy and wavy and not straight. Because if I did it in a straight line, I could run a risk of cutting off the guide circles and leaving a partial circle exposed. And sometimes I do like to take at least a day or two, sometimes a weekend break, and I'm afraid that it would dry out and not be as sticky as it should be when I go to start working on the diamond art again. I have been enjoying this diamond art a great deal. Well, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video, and come back next week for some relaxing summer themed instrumentals